Hey everyone, my name is Deborah J. Kelly, intrepid explorer of the mind, the body and soul. Today I want to discuss essential oils, and if you want to know a little bit more about me, you can head over to my website, which is www.deborahjkelly.com. You can check me out on Instagram and Facebook, and my links will be below. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button and leave me a comment to let me know what you think of this video. So today I'm talking about essential oils because I have been using essential oils for years, and at the moment, with everything that's happening in the world and the ascension that's going on at the moment, I've noticed that my own body is just my body is buzzing, and there feels like there's just a surplus of energy in it, and I go through some days where it's really intense. I literally feel as though I just have excess energy buzzing around my body. And I myself might actually be quite fatigued and tired. I'm not sleeping very well at the moment. But it's kind of like a restlessness in my body. So, as I said, I haven't been sleeping. So I've been actually using essential oils to help me to sleep a little bit better. And then also throughout the day when I'm feeling like, just... it's almost like my energy gets really high and really intense, and I'll try and meditate and see, can I bring it down? And sometimes it will help and sometimes it won't. But I find certainly that the essential oils are really helping at the moment. So I don't know if you can see this, but these are the oils that I'm using. So I am using peppermint oil. I'm using an oil called Vetivert, and I'm using an oil called rose oil. So the way that I'm actually using these is a couple of different ways. Firstly, what I will actually do with essential oils is I'll open the lid and I'll just smell the essential oil to see, is it kind of hitting the right part of my body, so to speak. So when I'm feeling a little bit stressed out or a little bit high frequency, or I'm feeling like I don't feel balanced. Normally what I'll do is I have a whole load of different essential oils, and I'll actually just take the lid off each of them, and I literally just have a smell and I'll see which one kind of hits the spot. So normally, today, for example, the reason I'm doing this video is because I was actually doing it there this morning, and I just feel more so like my kind of throat and my chest area, my heart, even around my kidneys, my liver and spleen, all around the kind of core area of my body, just feels like it's really, like there's a lot of shift of energy happening. And so with the Vetivert, this one here, it's not very clear, I don't think, and also I actually think it could be backwards. So it's called Vetivert, Vetivert, so Vetivert, sorry, Vetivert. And when you smell that, it's really earthy. It almost smells like kind of like a burnt wood smell. It's really good for calming, for bringing you back down to earth, for grounding, for when your energy is really high, it just pulls you down really softly and really nicely. So I find that one is particularly helpful. Then the peppermint, which you can see here, the bottle is a little bit wrecked at the moment, but peppermint oil, I find it cools my mind, or it cools my core, it cools my energetics. So it just, if you rub your hands really quickly together, you'll feel that there's a heat between your hands. And so friction causes heat. And how I feel at the moment throughout this whole ascension process, and with the energetics and the shifts that are going on at the moment, it's almost like this buzzing in my body is creating core heat. It's creating friction. And so the peppermint has been really helpful for cooling that. And then rose is really good for it's good for, like, roses for your heart essentially, so, and for love. So when you're doing this ascension process, it can be really tough, and you can feel quite agitated and frustrated because it's all very new. The energies are all very intense, and everything is shifting a lot, and it's all very new. And so I find with the rose, it's really good for opening my heart and softening the sharp edges of the experience, and it allows more compassion and a softness and love for myself for the process that I'm going through. So when I feel frustrated or anxious, or like those energies are really high and really, really intense, rather than getting really freaked out with them, because they can do that to you, the rose is really good for just taking off the sharp corners and encouraging you to just breathe and soften those sharp corners. And the three of them together, they work so beautifully well. I discovered this a couple of weeks ago when, as I said, I wasn't able to sleep. And what I did was I actually got a handkerchief, and I folded the handkerchief over into four. And then in the center, if you can imagine turning kind of the handkerchief into like a handkerchief flower, you just grab one of the corners and you've kind of got this bouquet in your hand as such. What I did was I put a bunchie around the end, and I put the drops of each of those oils into the center of the handkerchief. And so when I was going to sleep, I would actually smell the handkerchief, and it just calmed me right down. Now, there are some nights where that alone wasn't enough for me, because I felt I was feeling this energy so physically, and I could feel it especially from my core, so my solar plexus. So what I actually did was I took some of these oils and I put them onto my solar plexus and kind of on my heart, and I kind of just massaged them into that area. Now, some people might be quite sensitive to these oils, so you might need to use a carrier oil like olive oil or sesame oil or coconut oil or whatever. All that does really is dilute down the intensity of the oils. I use them direct on my skin. I have very sensitive skin. I've got eczema, but I even find, for me personally, using the oils are actually fine direct. But other people will and may have issues doing that. So I would definitely say patch test. Don't just use an oil because I'm talking about it here. I would always recommend the first thing to do is open up that lid, smell it. Does it resonate with you, or does it make you kind of go, no, I don't like that? Or when you're smelling it, just sit with the smell and see where in your body is it touching. So for me, I've all my different essential oils. I'll actually open each of the lids and I'll smell each one, and I'll be like, okay, that one's working, that one's not really working, that one's kind of hitting a different corner, and I'll make up my own mixture of it. So that's actually how I do it. It's kind of more intuitively. So as I said, at bedtime, normally I will do that kind of, the oils on a handkerchief. I will put them onto my core where I'm feeling the friction and feeling the intense energy. If you're feeling energy somewhere else in your body and it's not in your core, it could be in your big toe, it could be in your feet and your legs, it could be on your back, it could be in your neck, it could be wherever. You can put the oils there also. So obviously just be careful of any kind of more sensitive skin areas. During the day, like today, when I've been feeling a little bit like my energy is like really, really intense, I actually use them again on my kind of core area. But also what I did was I put them onto my feet. So your feet have reflexology points, foot reflexology. You can look them up online. But for me, because a lot of the intense energy was actually in my head today, your big toe on both feet is actually the reflexology point for your head. And so if you're looking to calm your mind, you're looking to calm your thoughts, you can put any essential oil that's calming, that you find is calming, onto your big toes. Just rub them in. The best way to do it is to apply pressure first to bring energy to the area, then release, and then pressure again, and then just massage to the same intensity that you would if you were pushing toothpaste out of a tube. Just kind of medium pressure, and just massage that into your big toe on both feet. If you feel called to put the oil elsewhere on your feet, to rub it into your feet or whatever, there's tons of reflexology points on your feet, and so do whatever feels right for you. So that's me today. I just wanted to talk about a few oils. Hope that it's helpful if you're going through the Ascension process and you're finding the energy very intense. Try these out. If there's other ones that you've tried, I'd love to hear from you. I'd love to hear about your own process and any other methods that you've used to help throughout this time as well. So take care of yourself. Thanks for dropping in. Don't forget to subscribe, comment below, and follow me on Instagram. And thanks very much. Bye.